the today's class based on the humanistic education, So humanistic education, how it is the eco-friendly attitude and etc. It can be developed. So sir has already has shown some slides, PPT. So he will be discussing very nicely. You will follow it, and if it is necessary, you take some notes. Then it will be helpful to interact. And also, I'll request you to interact after his lecture. And at the same time, another announcement is that after his lecture, after his delivery, a test of module 4 will be taken. Okay, this test has been prepared by our test will be taken after lecture. After process. Okay. So I think I'm getting some echo. Okay. So that is from my side. So after delivery of our Professor Dube, so test will be taken by Saksar sir, as because it has been sent by Mono madam, and it will be conducted by Saksar sir. So I'm telling you, the 10 marks, 10 questions will be given to you. I think 10 marks. Already you have given 3 tests. There is the 4th test, and it will give him some time. Actually, here it is a 10 number question, 10 questions. It requires only 15 or 20 minutes, I think. So anyway, you'll be given more time. I think at least 2 or 3 hours will be given. Okay, about 3 hours. So
total kota exam hobe?
No more 5টা examination হবে, আজকে 4th হয়ে গেল, 5th টা হবে next. Okay, I'll be telling you later on. That will be announced later on. I'm telling you today is the 4th test. We appear this test, and after this lecture, Okay. So thank you to all. Now I requesting Professor Dube will be starting his delivery. So today is the class very important one. The topic is humanistic education, which is, as I said, with the eco-friendly and other things also. So he'll be explaining very critically in relation with the UHB class. Okay. So I request him to start. So please be motivated and also take some notes for your achievement from this lecture, So thank you, sir. You can start now. Okay. Lewis, sir, you can start now. You are not audible now. Lewis, sir, you are not audible. Okay. Saksar, I think Professor Dube is not audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dr. Dube is not audible.
Please help him by calling or
sir. Dube sir, just if you can just go out once, like leave the meeting and again join, then maybe the problem will be solved.
All right. That will.
Am I audible, Samantha sir? Hello?
Fine. Excellent. I can start now. Completely audible now.
To just deliver this one session on universal human values. I'm very thankful to Professor
Saxon, it is somewhat cutting, you know.
Dubey sir, are you there?
He told they already has started, but after that he didn't. He had joined also. He was audible just now. Now he's somewhat. I think it is somewhat fluctuating, I think. He had joined, but the sound is not being received.
Hello, Samantha sir, am I audible? Oh, okay, fine, thank you then. Okay, yeah.
Audible, Dubey sir. You can start.
Samantha sir, hello.
Hello.
Okay, I'm.
You are audible, sir. You may start. You may share the screen and start.
Right.
So,
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. Tools for is the professional competence for augmenting universal human order.
Sir, have you shared the screen? Sir, have you shared the screen?
Already I have shared. That is not.
No, sir. It's not. Nobody can see, I guess, sir. You have to share it again in the same way.
It is not visible.
Okay.
Now it is visible.
Now it is visible.
Okay. Thank you. So the last would be the ability to identify and develop appropriate technologies and management patterns for the above production system and all. So just to discuss, there is a we are discussing today in today's life. So one statement, the opening statement here you can see the citizen's gross character reflects the national character. It is very important liner. because this is how we just describe any nationality. How we can say that a nation is great. The nation is great only by the citizens who live in the nation. Actually, they make, because of their characters, their high value system, their ethics, their policies. All these in totality, it helps any nation to become the great nation. And so is the importance of this value system, which is universally accepted, and for human it is very necessary, because these value system actually creates a very clear cut distinction between human consciousness and that to the animal consciousness, which differentiates. And people who are having all these values and the strong characteristics as a personality, as an individual entity in the society, they really rise in their life, and they become the rational being, and henceforth they create a system of being visionary for sustainable future, and making the nation and his society as well as nation great, and also to become the citizen not of any particular clan, community. So that's why it is the importance of universal human values. Individual character is reflected in one's personality, as already we had discussed. And this personality, what we are talking about, individual's persona, characteristics, is projected by individual's behavior and his attitude. Because, and this is what we just connect, because making a great value and great character of any individual, learning is very important, that we would be discussing in upcoming slides even. In this extension, we can see the good behavior and the attitude are actually shaped up by learning, moral, and ethical values. Educational institutions. And so we can understand that our first educational institute is our home itself. And there is an experiential learning in the environment we reside together with the members of the family. The value system also starts from the very first institution, that is home, which is connected to the bigger society, and of course even larger society, that what we can call it a world society. So all lessons of morality, values, ethics, sense of responsibility, accountability, capability of identifying
sound distracting. I think it is being not received.
the value, that is mulya, then that is charitra. So what we call charitra se nirman, rashtra ka nirman hota hai. So that is very important liner that we need to understand. Now it is related terminology, value and ethics, because ethics is a gross totality of all these three characteristics that we are discussing now, trying to discuss, that is value, then policy, then character. So value means to be of worth, that is mulya. And personal values of an individual are developed early in life from family, friends, schools, and the social surroundings one resides in. Human values are those which help man to live in harmony in this world. Now, if we speak, this is a big terminology, harmony, because harmony is simply a kind of a component which really makes a comfort at your presence in any situation, any workplace, any, where you reside or where you are with, I mean to say, along with the people that you are in. These are actually consisting of intrinsic worth that directs us to take into account the human elements when we interact with others. Universal human values are same to all human beings for all times and regions. The examples of these values would be reflected by the very wonderful words, that is sense of respect for your elders, love for your counterparts or your younger to you, affection younger to you, respect for your senior, whosoever, maybe in your home, your parents, in your colleges, your teachers, in your offices, your boss, etc. Kindness is a kind of magical component which is again reflected by your persona, that requires to be reflected. Honesty is again a component which is having a highest value system, which consists in itself as a highest values, because generally we know the proverb, honesty is the best policy, and it is like none other thing can be as good as being an honest. And again, there is another component, that is peace, justice, affection, empathy. There is another word, sympathy, which is very much linked with empathy. Sympathy, you may be very much kind to anyone, but empathy is for a gross, lot of population for whom you are actually keeping your kind heart. So that is empathy. You are sharing your emotions with somebody. So that is how you become an empathetic towards your community, towards your society, your friend circle, the place of work. Then friendship, equality, brotherhood, etc. These are the golden, value words which actually are supposed to be imbibed in a person to make a person a real, great character of a society and nation. Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, we can see these are the greatest authorities of our, not only our nation, they are actually at the level of, their stature is at the level of international platform that ever we have seen. Their basic personal trait characteristics are their empathy. The Mahatma Gandhi, as well as there are many other great heroes of our society that we have seen in these forms. But if we link with the value versus skills, or we compare it with skills, then we can easily see that values are always self-created evaluation for others. Value for teachers, parents, neighbors, friends, competitors, strangers, etc. The skills are, on the other hand, acquired aptitude, which enhances the performance, which adds to a personal value, and it helps in getting values from others in terms of respect and appreciation. So the skills are always those fine aptitude that we can learn, and that also is a very important part, which is linking the value system of our expected behavior as a person. If we speak about values in ourselves, so it will be relating to Jivan Mulya. because otherwise value is how worthy any person could be for the society. But if you are analyzing this for oneself only, then it gives a sense of Jivan Mulya. What is the value relating to the living the life in a very worthy way? Values for self are like happiness, number one, for ourselves, oneself, or anybody also, but oneself. That is happiness in absolute terms, what we say sukha, sukha, shanti, samriddhi, and all these golden Devanagari terminologies, which we can just pronounce here at least. So happiness, which is relating to sukha, the entire humanity is actually in search of better sukh or better happiness. Whatever we are doing, we are actually, at the end of the day, we are trying to land at the platform where we can find this special golden word, happiness. So definitiveness of expectations, selecting or tasting based on definitiveness of thought manifest as happiness. What is definitiveness? Definitiveness is nothing, it is speaking about the absolute terminologies of acceptance.
Dubey sir, are you there? Dubey sir? Your voice is not audible, sir. At least to me, I guess. Anybody can hear Dubey sir? Please reply.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Dubey sir, can you hear us? Okay,
No, sir.
Okay. Let me call him. Yes, sir, you are not audible to us. Again, have you connected that thing again?
Oh, so I am just no? So I have connected my maybe that is the point actually.
It is visible now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, visible.
So now we are as a humankind. So ethically, if we are to do anything, so there is no social police is going to stop. As an individual, we have to understand and adopt the right things which is socially acceptable, which is advocated by the whole lot of big community. acceptable behavior or acceptable deeds that we require to learn. That comes under the grill, what we say, the right and wrong, the good or bad. Whenever we speak about ethics, so it is always gives a sense of understanding that okay, this is something which we are not supposed to do. This is wrong, and we are not supposed to do that. And ethically, what is correct, we are supposed to take it as imbibe it as a part of our persona. We have to reflect it in our behavior, and we have to learn that, and that is what we call it ethics. The best examples there for ethics would be honesty, which is socially acceptable, and it is definitiveness in this terminology. What we, because honesty is the best policy that we have learned since our childhood, and this is somehow it is accepted in almost all societies of the world. If you say honesty, nobody is going to say that honesty is bad thing. Everybody in every continent, any nationality you go and discuss that shall we go with honesty or dishonesty, definitely people will say honesty is good thing. So ethics means honesty, loyalty, integrity, helping others, respect, selflessness, responsibility, accountability towards our duties, appearance, attendance, attitude, character, communication, cooperation, organizational skills, productivity and teamwork, etc., etc. These there are limitless many other good ethical pronouncing terminologies that I could not place it here.
Sir, PPT is not showing.
So it can be true as a golden rule. Rules really universally accepted.
PPT is not showing. Please.
Human values practice in most societies of the world, irrespective of caste, creed, community, or gender. Hello.
Sir, PPT is not showing. You are audible, but the PPT is not showing. It is not visible.
Is it coming?
No.
Yes, sir. It came.
Yes.
Oh, again and again there is a problem. Some
okay.
issues may be there. Okay. Okay. So now if we speak about in furtherance elements of ethics, so these are the moral philosophies which has its roots based on religious norms, law of the land, social belief systems, individual experiences, knowledge based guidelines, situational experiences, etc. Ethical outcomes are always brighter, that because as we see and say that it is having a definitiveness, means it is definite, means it is mostly acceptable, because what we see any good thing requires to be accepted by all, and that is what we see, put it in a area of good or bad. So good things are to be practiced by every individual, and this is a recommended part. So ethical outcomes are always brighter, that leads to individual happiness and satisfaction. A sense of responsibility is definitely at the highest level, which helps in achieving the paramount or the highest level in personal life, the family life, the social life, the national or global life, and of course at the level of humanity. And empathy always scores on a higher side, that we had already discussed. If we speak about professional ethics, business ethics, and corporate ethics, so professional ethics is a form of applied ethics that examines the principles and moral belief that guide management decisions. Ethical issues include the obligations that a company has to its employees, suppliers, customers, and other stakeholders. The ethical behavior of business is a kind of a conduct that follows one's personal beliefs or shared organizational or institutional values. And Individual's action on behalf of an organization represents its ethics to society. As businesses are dependent on their reputation, so it's important to have clear and consistent expectations regarding ethical standards to guide employee behavior. So, if we discuss this in terms of ethics versus moral, so on one side ethics and other side moral, then we can see it, like distinctions would be ethics speaks about reasoning involved, whereas moral obeys the described norms. Means whatever norms are fixed by which are supposed to be abided, so that has to be accepted. Ethics sometimes moves ahead beyond rules, but moral speaks about the very hardcore regulations and statute. Means social understood statutes. Acceptable norms could be the part of that. And if we speak about on the first side, it will be universally accepted norms, whereas it is related society and culture. And of course, it is associated with the survival of the society, whereas it is for the individual survival. So ethics is equal to moral plus reasoning, or ethics is the study of morality. The essence of the core of ethics is to understand those philosophies which guide us in determining what is right or wrong in human conduct. So we would be moving further. I think I will be taking you to now. I would be discussing the education. Education is a process of facilitating learning or acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, morals, beliefs, habits, and personal development by the method of teaching, training, storytelling, discussion, and directed research. Education helps in unraveling the unknown and makes individuals self-reliant, develops capability to identify good or bad, and helps in contributing in the development of the society and the nation. It enables us to understand and improve the working of our society. Expectation from education are understanding what we are supposed to perform, what is valuable to do as a human being, that would be relating to value education. And so learning how to do, whether it is mandatory skill that is supposed to be taken as a part of this learning system, and with the modern technologies, of course, for the technical education. So overall, we can understand this education is actually a form which actually a system which transform raw human to a very uplifted, mental state. The person understand the real, value, the real ethics, the real sense of morality, character building. Everything comes from this education system that we are in. Value education and its need. If we speak about, so value-based education is important irrespective of any domain, any specialization is studied. As priority is to make a good human being for our society. Value-based
It has been off now.
And other forms of behavior of the positive value in the society.
Okay.
Hello.
It is not visible now. Just it has gone. Okay.
Again, it has
Gone. Right. It is not visible now. Just it has disappeared.
just 1 minute, sir. It may be some problem. There may be.
Right. Now visible.
Oh, okay. So, humanistic education that we would be landing down. And before that, we need to understand what is, humanism. Humanism is a rationalistic outlook or a system of thought attaching prime importance to human rather than divine or supernatural. Human being emphasizes common needs of solving human problems. So wherever there is, so you know, uh, the problems. So the humanists actually, their approach is to stress on the good approach and emphasizes on the common needs of the society, common needs of, uh, from the smaller unit to the larger world. So their approach would be in the way. Some of the most prominent humanists that we can just count down. We can see Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, Mahatma Gandhi, Sir Aurobindo Ghosh, Deen Dayal Upadhyay. These are the most prominent humanists of our Indian soil. I also wish to just put some most prominent humanists from the world platform, like you can see Montesquieu or Voltaire from the France, from Scotland, David Hume, from England, Jeremy Bentham, and of course, Thomas Jefferson. These were the greatest names as a humanist. Humanism actually aims of education, if we speak. So the important is better learner, a better human. This is the tagline that we can understand, and a well-adjusted personality that leads to as an outcome. So those who are better learners are having always a scope to become better humans, and of course, well-adjusted personality in the society. Because a learned person, a deeply learned person, understand the uh, real problems of the society. Their personality also get substantiated, stabilized, and they become very rational being of the society who takes up the real causes and do the best that they can. They are always trying to understand the needs of the society, of an individual in the society. They provide the suitable environment, to provide a suitable environment, to provide a proper guidance, to increase learner self-direction, to develop values, uh, you know, uh, uh, the level of tolerance that can be enhanced by the means of all education. Education also helps in developing the better qualities of brotherhood and at the international, level of understanding about irrespective of any, religious or any other community. Humanistic education is a person or a learner centered approach with an aim to develop beyond cognitive and linguistic capabilities of the learners, caring with the learner's emotions and feelings. This aims to move beyond cognitive and intellectual education for making a complete person. Uh, uh, Holistic means about in every sense learned person. It regards the growth and development of a person with better creativity and having, providing the openness and being visionary in the entire, big firmament at the world level. Value education also directs us towards our needs and goals and complements between value and skills that we had already discussed earlier also. It also helps to evaluate our beliefs and assumed values. Value education helps to identify what is good and what is not good, that we have earlier discussed little in an example. Science and technology can teach us the use of uranium in manufacturing of atom bomb or producing electricity. So it is the value education, or it is the approach where a person understands that what should be used. If there is any resource, it can be used in a positive direction or it can be used negatively against the humanity or for the use of benefit of the humanity. Value education system also, like examples would be whether you it leads to an understanding whether your attempt or your actions will, whether it is going to help serve the society in better way or not. If you are a businessman, definitely you can
No sound, sir. You're not audible, I think. Dubey sir, you're not audible.
Dubey sir,
I think
you are not audible, sir.
I was thinking there is some problem.
ওনার আমি ফোন করেছি স্যার আবার।
আচ্ছা দেখো, PPT is showing, but he's not audible.
Yes, sir, the voice, the audio. The network problem is there.
the network problem is
Sir, you're again audible. Like
Audible
did
and-
you just stop the screen sharing?
No, I did not stop. I doubt that it has been stopped with the link. I am again trying to share it. Just-
Okay, sir. You're now audible, but your screen is not visible. You're audible. No, it's coming right now.
Now,
It's
now.
visible, sir.
Okay. So it is a great problem, I think.
No, it may happen, you know. Visible now, sound is being off.
The humanistic education is interested in educating the whole person, intellectual as well as on the emotional dimensions. The very purpose is to establish the right understanding in human in certain areas to gain about happiness. As we in earlier slides discussed that what is the purpose of life, the very biggest purpose of life is happiness, to seek happiness. Our entire life we are actually chasing for happiness. Whatever you do, in whatever stage of life you are in, whether student or any workman, whether old person or a kid, all are actually, this is the very basic value that we are actually moving ahead for achieving. And this humanistic education, the very purpose of this humanistic education is also linking with this. Humanistic constitution and universal order, that what we are trying to discuss, is again with this very parameter. This enables a human being to lead a happy life in continuity, regardless of religion, caste, creed, gender, race, etc., termed as universal human education. Such education lays the foundation of an undivided society and universal human order. Harmony, if we say it is Samanvay, in Devanagari, what we say is Samanvay. And to understand the harmony at all levels, we need to understand, and it's a scope of understanding here. 4 pointers you can see: harmony in human being, harmony in family. The members of the family, they must be in a very much Samanvay. There must be Samanvay among each member. Harmony in society means people who are coexisting in a society. They may be from different caste, they may be from different creed, they may be from different religion, but they are coexisting. So, but the golden approach is maintaining the samanvaya, that is harmony. That is very necessary to make the society a great society. And harmony in nature, that is also leading to your surroundings, your ecosystem, that what we also can relate it. To live in harmony at all levels, it is also, if we talk in terms of a scope of living as an individual, in family, society, nature, again the same, all 4 pointers. So first would be a scope of understanding in terms of harmony, and second would be a scope of living. Then proposals again for harmony of the same human being, family, society, and nature. And to understand and to live in harmony at all levels of my being, for verifying the proposals on the basis of your natural acceptance, and secondly, experiential validation by living accordingly, that is of right understanding about harmony. So we see, like, to observe your assumptions and program, are you able to see harmony as a happiness, and making effort for right understanding and right feeling as the number one priority, followed by relationships and physical facilities, or making program for excitement, that is happiness, indulgence and sensation for getting happiness, getting feeling from other, that is the name, fame, brand, etc., making program to run away from happiness, consuming drugs, alcohols, cigarettes, etc.
Sir, PPT is not visible.
Okay.
Hello? Again, it is not visible.
Sir, PPT not visible.
Okay.
Oh, just
Okay, there is problem, Listen the matter which he is explaining. I think it will be sent to you later on, okay? The PPT, I will request Dubesa to send it. So just to listen what he is explaining. I think there is some problem regarding audibility at the same time visibility, okay? So you'll have to compromise it, adjust it. His time, if it is not possible, then you listen, okay? Dubesa, you try, if it is possible, otherwise you explain. Okay.
Is it coming or not?
Coming. Now it is coming. Okay.
Okay. Now we are now moving ahead towards professional ethics. Actually, humanistic constitution that we discussed, human order. This is a process of right understanding in the society and continuity of the process among human beings, from generation to generation that leads to human order. A human being having definitive answer for every how and why, with spirituality, intellectuality, material, alone can assure its living continuously with harmony and happiness. If we speak about professional ethics now, because after understanding harmony, it is not only for the social being. As a professional, you also need to understand that all value system and everything that requires to be learned, and the application at the level of your profession. This is very important. So if we today discuss about professional ethics, this professional ethics refers to the technical obligations that people follow due to their professional status, which refers to how they behave in their professional work and how they conduct themselves. They, as per the expected behavior at workstations. It also refers to developing professional competence with ethical human conduct. And its components are, again, honesty, integrity, transparency, accountability, respectfulness, obedience by rules, confidentiality, objectivity, loyalty. All these are the very great value words for the maintenance of professional ethics. Because as a worker, or as who are workers, a student is also a worker, for your kind information, because all here are students. Hopefully we are having that the group of students. So students' work is to study. Professionals' work is to work in any industry or any entity, any company, any organization. And a student's work is to study, to learn, to make their career. So that is very important. So in the process of learning, any student should be very honest. That is number one priority. Integrity along with their maybe classmates. Or if we speak about in terms of any work professional, it is leading to integrity with their colleagues. Transparency, whatever you are doing, it is not any hidden agenda. Whatever there is a communication here, we don't link communication with any spoken English version or Bangla version or any other that communication is the work which is connecting from one individual to another at workstation. And in the process of work which is proceeding ahead from start to end, there are so many tasks in a job which requires to be integrated from one individual to another. Then only one complete job is performed after multiple tasks are performed. So in this due course of this process, the work process, transparency has to be maintained, and only harmony, if harmonious approach of an individual is there, definitely that would be helping the workstation to maintain a complete transparency, which is very much expected behavior from every individual at workstation. Accountability is yet another very golden professional ethics, because this accountability is leading to the ownership of whatever assignment you are having. Assignments, that is a little task or the bigger task, the smaller or the bigger task, but every assignment requires to be taken with whole ownership, and that is the sense what we are drawing and relating is linking it with accountability. Then respectfulness. This respect is something which is never begged. It has to be earned, and this is for sure. And this respectfulness also comes if the individual is very, very professional, hardcore, if the one who maintains a hardcore professionalism in whatever walk of life the person is in. Because a person is known by his deeds. That is a old phrase that we know. So whatever person is performing, that actually supplies all kinds of high respect he earns. Obedience to rule. This is yet another parameter what we can connect it with, like discipline. Obedience to rules means if there is a rule to punch in, at 9:30 early in the morning in any institution or any organization, any corporate house. So that is a statute, that is a mandated written statute in the rule book of the system that has to be abided by. And professionals, a real professional ethics speaks that you have to be very prompt, you have to be very punctual, you have to perform your duties in right time. There should not be any lag, there should not be any pending work, there should not be any thing which is alter behavior, part of alter behavior, which is unexpected, sometimes unexpected behavior at workstation. So obedience to rules are actually leading to the best professional ethics as one of the parameters. Confidentiality is yet another. Many a times in organization, this is just contrary to transparency, because we also speak about transparency, which has to be maintained at or in the organizational. But that is the required process, whereas confidentiality may be some very high level of decisions of the organization, and that has to be the confidentiality at that level has to be maintained. If confidentiality of very top decisions or high level decisions which are supposed to be maintained, and if it gets with a leakage, then there is a lack of professional ethics. That what we can understand. So we have to understand this, and we have to learn all these kinds of behaviors, which will make the individual as a better human resource of future, whatever company or whatever organization one joins, whether person is doing his own business or he's a serviceman, whatever, wherever. So professionalism is a matter of learning. It is also a part of behavior, and it becomes a part of your attitudes reflection, which depicts that how professional one is by his approach and in his nature. Objectivity, and of course the last one is loyalty, and the number are still an ongoing process. We have not compiled, I have not compiled many. There are many other parameters of professionalism. Then competence in professional ethics, if we speak today, then there is one that what we call work ethics. It demonstrates the inherent qualities of the work, of the professional character. This includes where a professional is working, how he works. So these are not only two parameters. There are still another, like what are the skill sets the professional possesses, whether he is developing his skill sets with updations or not, because the world is moving very fast. Every another fresh morning you are supposed to update yourself. That is also work related skills, which are just a part of professional ethics. Whether that updations are maintained or not, that is also parameters which is a part of professional ethics. Then level of devotion a person, an individual is putting in his duties, with all highest level of moral responsibilities, whether it is maintained or not. It also includes the personal responsibilities, because responsibility itself is a golden word. Responsibility comes with your a higher level of accountability. If you are accountable, definitely you would be responsible, and accountability is directly linked with the ownership that already I discussed in my previous slides. So work ethics, if we speak, so it is it derives moral benefits also from your from your work ethics, that is from the professional devotions, and of course continuous approach of your hard work and persistence and perseverance. That what we, there are some guiding principles for this work ethics, and these it speaks about the responsibility of professionalism to maintain at in your work, by maintaining sociable relationship with your colleagues, clients, the stakeholders, and all those who are connected with your organization directly or indirectly. Work is a responsibility, and there should not be any, untoward, approaches like bribing, taking or giving bribes when you are supposed to perform any responsibility. Because we have seen many cases. Sometimes we are not supposed to discuss much of any negative approach, negative work ethics, but there are situations and there are cases in government organizations. Many times you would find, like for some files are being kept for very long. The work is not completed because there may be some expectations of under table monetary benefits, which is just could be placed as under the uh, criminal offense kind of approach, because that is never a part of work ethics. That is, again, I can say that that is alter behavior, a part of alter behavior, and that must be avoided at in every way. There should not be any work delay. Work responsibilities should not be pending on the table or in your computer system. One should always be loyal towards his duties and responsibilities. Organizational assets should be very carefully used, and you have to have a feel that that your institution is just another home of yours. You have to understand this value system, that your organization, your institution is home away from your home, and that is just another, and your colleagues are just an extended families. So maintaining harmony at workstation and also utilizing the assets of your organization, these very carefully and to be maintained very properly, these are again a part of work ethics. So this is very important to understand. And now today we can see like ability to identify and develop appropriate technologies and management patterns for holistic technologies. This has become the modern approach, and with all learning with ethics, we have to put in the modern steps our ethical behavior in the modern steps of work zone. We have to understand all these holistic technologies as well, and application of our behavioral pattern into matching with these technologies. So in this sense, we see there is parameters like safety and human needs would be there, compatible, which are supposed to be compatible with nature, promote the use of renewable sources of energy or renewable other sources of any component, maybe in the production line or in the service line. That has to be understood, because that is also a parameter with the present professional ethics and professional approach. Low cost and energy efficient approaches should be adopted so that we can make our future better tomorrow. It is also, you might have seen that government of any nationality at present are very much busy by taking up the higher level or highest level of projects which are leading towards sustainable world. Sustainable is the terminology what we should understand, that a world where it is not any project that you start and it gets finished. That must be continuously going on and on, with approach of green system, lowering down the pollution level coming out from our industry, or even on the roads, the vehicles that. So you might have seen that government is of any nationality is trying to promote the green vehicles, battery used cars and battery used two-wheelers and all. This is also an approach from the government to maintain the ecosystem for a better future, better tomorrow, where people, good people, with ethics, morality, and values in a gross level, at the national level, at bigger social level, social system may coexist with the nature, with the environment. No, it is not only related with like harmony among your only living people. Harmony with your nature also is very important, and that a good human being also tries to keep his surroundings, his world, his society clean, green, pollution free. Everything is just a part of this your harmonious approach. We generally speak the terminology of industrial harmony, and ergonomics is a terminology what we speak about. Ergonomics is the approach where economic and technology and humans all working together. So until unless humans are ready to utilize the with the optimal approach of resources, not and maintaining the ecosystem proper, it can't be achieved. So,
Sir,
huh,
sorry, sir, to interrupt you. Just a small announcement to the student that attendance link has been given to the chat box. So it will be open for only 5 minutes. So just whoever are present, just give your attendance. Okay. And once the sir's session will be over, then I'll be giving you the link for the exam or test. And that will be open for, I guess, 2 hours. So that will be open for 2 hours. For the test link will be open for 2 hours. Attendance link will be open for upcoming 5 minutes. That's it, sir. Thank you, sir. Please
I am
continue,
just
sir.
closing my session. Give
Okay.
me 1-2 minutes only. I
Sure,
will
sure,
be
sir. No problem. No problem. Sure.
Okay. So, so this is all about for, and now the last end, what we see is the management model and patterns, and the following steps can be adopted to develop humanistic management models. You see the coordination in working units, and the whole unit works as a well-knit family. That is already discussed in earlier slides even. But here in terms of management models that we are trying to discuss and describe, cooperative and motivational management approach is very much necessary. Healthy employer-employee relationships are very necessary. No exploitation of labor is a very mandatory part, because uh, it is not only from the upper part also, because management is something who are just the top system of any organization. Effective integrity of individual competence has to be mapped properly, ensuring correct appraisal of human labor. That also has to be mapped properly by the management system, maintaining the professional ethics and work process. And the production system is also requires to be considered as with all importance, because it is humans who are engaged. They are means of production. If we speak about human being, humans are just a means of production, that what we understand. But also the question arises, what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, and how much to produce. This is very important if we speak about production system. But this is again at the central point. It is humans who are engaged in the production system. So man is engaged. That has to be understood. Secondly, the ability to identify the characteristics of people-friendly and eco-friendly production system is immensely important. People-friendly, you all know that already we have discussed, and eco-friendly is maintaining the harmony with your surroundings, with your environment, with trying to decrease the level of pollutions. That is very important. There are many other descriptions that we can take as an articulating the same thing. By using renewable energy as a source of energy, recyclable materials in order to preserve the natural balance, appropriate utilization of local resources and expertise, matching the pattern of production with availability in the local environment and pattern of consumption, economic utility and sustainability, safe and conducive to health of persons involved in production as well as others. You see, there are many chemical industries, or there are many, so it is very, threatening for life. The people who are working in such industries, there are chances of getting, sometimes a kind of disease which are never cured. So again, this is very important from the, maintaining the production system, which is good for humans, those who are actually have become the best resources for the entire system. To maintain good for them, it is again very important. So vice versa, and facilitating the production by masses and not mass production in the centralized manner. So with this, I'm just closing. Thank you very much for this opportunity to just deliver my lecture on this universal human value. Thanks a lot, Professor Dr. Swadesh Ranjan sir. I'm very happy that you provided me this opportunity. So,
Hello. Professor Dubey explained so many things when the humanistic education. I think any question from the students, mainly I want to get some response, some answers of what you have learned from the today, because it is too much interesting class. I think it is the important class that he has taken. So many things he has explained. Okay. Mainly, can you say Neelam Kumari and Neha Chobi, I think. And Neha Das also. Can you, whether you have listened properly or not, I want to ask, because there will be a test, just it will be a 10 marks. Before that, I want to know, Sarah has explained very good thing, very important thing that I learned. There is what is the difference between ethics and moral? Sometimes we have a complex that it's same word or same meaning, I think. But there is a little difference, there's a vast difference between this ethics and moral. We're using this word in every day, every time, but must have some difference between this. Can anyone of you, can you explain what is the difference between ethics and moral? Already Professor Dubey has explained it very with a diagram, and also he has explained the meanings of these two. So generally we feel that it is the same thing, that it is ethics and moral, but has some difference, So anyone can highlight from you. I want to know from anybody. Mridmoy, you are present here. Please respond. Your unmute yourself, and anyone can say what is the difference between moral and ethics. Anyone?
This is Neelam from B.Ed first semester. Morals,
what's your
morals
name?
belong. Hello.
What's your name?
Neelam, sir.
Okay.
Sir, ethics associate with the survival of society, but morals is for individuals.
Okay. Is there any other difference? One thing he has explained, ethics always with reasoning, but moral must to obey. It is static. It is accepted, But ethics always. Is there any difference? One thing you have told one particular point, So is there any other difference? Can you say? If you give some example, that it will be clear to us. If you explain with an example, that it will be clear. Which one will be ethics and what will be moral? Sir is here. He will actually he'll have a feedback. But before that, I want to know. Will you explain again with any example or such like that?
सर जैसे एथिकल वैल्यूज हम किसी सोसाइटी या फिर कोई कम्युनिटी को सिखाते हैं, कैसे बिहेव करना है, कैसे रहना है सोसाइटी में, और मॉरल वैल्यूज हम हर इंडिविजुअल को सिखाते हैं. फैमिली जो रहता है वो फर्स्ट सोशलाइजेशन प्रोसेस का स्कूल होता है हमारे लिए. तो ये दोनों डिफरेंस होता है एथिक्स और मॉरल्स में.
Right. Moral plus reasoning equals to ethics, you know. Okay, very good, Leon. You explained very, sir. Dubey
Yes,
sir,
yes, sir.
will you speak in this regard? What Lilom has explained?
Nah, Nilima is very correct actually, because moral values are something that we teach our even our kids. That you
Right.
speak, you never say lie, you never tell lie, you always
Right.
be honest. From the very little, innocent age, mother are the best teachers, and they teach their kids
Okay.
the value system, the moral value system, that you have to obey your elders. That is very but ethics is a bigger terminology, which is distincting between good and bad, what is good and bad. And this ethics is always, subjective terminology, which sometimes, from one society to another society, it varies. So sometimes ethical dilemmas may be coming, whereas morality is something, or moral values are universally accepted. So that we have to understand. So I appreciate the student. She is very correct.
Nilams. Okay. They have listened properly. That's why it is a query. Okay. And some of the students, they are attending very nice. So they have listened and they have understood properly, you know. So that is again, that is why our purpose or objectives of our UHB class, how far they are achieving, not only the score marks in the test, but the thing is what achievement regarding this UHB, what they have achieved. That is the main thing, you know. So I think they have listened, and today's class is a very important one, that you have explained all these things, the professional ethics and this humanistic, eco-friendly. You have given so many examples. Main thing is that you have explained everything with some examples, real examples, what it happens in our nature, in our daily life, in our society. So you have explained these things. That is why I think they have accepted it. And I would request you also, please, if you give it this PPT to the students, they will listen, they will see it, and they will accept it. They will achieve more from your. You have prepared the PPT, very nice one. Everything has been actually placed very nicely. Okay. So that is from our side. I think if you any other student, if you want to have any query or explanation, you can add it. Then sir is present here. He'll be explaining if you have a query. So I think this class is valuable to you. Okay. So otherwise you will go back to the next test portion for which you are waiting, because it is a evaluation session. So I'm telling you, before that, one announcement is there. Next 1st February, the next class of that module, the last class of the UHB class, will be taken by Professor Motsuti, you know. And on 4th, I think Saturday, next Saturday, on 4th, there will be a test on that module. At I think it will be Saturday at 4 p.m. it will be taken. So anyway.
Sir,
so
Saturday?
No, not Saturday. There is on 4th February. You know.
Okay, sir. Okay. 4th Saturday.
4th Saturday.
The time?
Time it will be announced at the time. Actually, I think it will be 4, because I'm telling you, the 1st February your clustering will be completed. So it can be taken in another day, but as because you have an examination on it is being started from 6th, before 6th or 5. We want to complete this UHB session, you know. That is why 1st February the last class will be taken, and on 4th you will get 2 days. On 4th, I think Saturday, the test will be taken. Okay. Time approximately I'm telling you at 4. I will confirm you later on. So this is the announcement I'm telling you. Okay. So today
Sir,
now
আমি যে এক্সাম গুলো দিচ্ছি এখন, যে মার্কস গুলো অ্যাড হবে তো স্যার?
হ্যাঁ, of course that হবে। তোমাকে you'll
কেন কি
be
আমি তো এই এখন রেগুলার স্টুডেন্ট নই, ব্যাকলগ স্টুডেন্ট আছি, তো
তোমার
আমি তো
backlog,
প্রসেসটাও জানি না।
okay, okay, that will
আর
be
আমি না অনেক লাস্টে অ্যাডমিশন নিয়েছিলাম, তো আমি ইউএইচবি
anyway,
সাবজেক্টের ব্যাপারে
you're Rohit, right?
Yeah.
I think your name
Yes,
is
sir.
Rohit.
Yes,
You
sir.
have already
My name is.
told, you communicate with your HOD. I think there is
Okay,
no
sir.
problem. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. It will be informed to
Okay,
the
sir.
every HOD, you know. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All the
Thank
list
you.
will be given to the evaluation sheet will be given to you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Just like
Thank you.
previous year, last year. Okay. So thank you, sir. Professor Dubey, sir. Now I request Sakshar. Will you start the test? And I think that should be taken. I already told Raj, some of the students have to raise request to computer science department. He was telling that Professor Pal told me that they require, because Maji sir first and second module they have taken the test. They have given he has given the time. The long time, I think he was giving this test on Wednesday. This was taken it was off in the next day morning. I think it is not necessary. I think it is 2.5 hours.
Sir, I'll keep the link open because the access of the link I do not have. I only have the link. So the access, I guess, Mono ma'am is having.
Okay,
so
okay,
after 2 hours, hopefully she will be stopping the link. So
okay,
right now I'm sharing the link with the students. So it's a 10 marks question. So each of the question hopefully will consist of 1 mark. It's an MCQ question, all of you know. Right now I'm sharing here along with in the YouTube as well. So it will be open for 2 hours. So it's right now 9. So till 11 p.m. today it will be open for. So within that time, so please give your exam.
I'll talk to Mona please.
Okay,
Sir,
okay, sir.
Sir, can you share in this chat box because I don't
I'm sharing.
have
I'm
any.
sharing.
Okay, sharing. Okay, no problem.
So thank you.
It is given in the chat.
With your permission, shall I leave?
You can leave. Actually, you are not present, sir. Today there is a kirtan in Gurdwara. We are present. Okay, you are not present, but we are present. Okay, in the memory of our Jyot Singh, you know. So with Nagar, we are present there. Very good program today.
All were there.
All
were there.
Or not all. Some of the, I think, Narendra Kumar, controller examination, and Lambarat Singh, they were present. I saw, and Professor Maji also present there. I also went there. Okay, so it is a good. This kirtan was going on. It's a very good program. Now, at the same time, some actually Nongor, Nongor, it was done. Okay, I think I expect that you will be there. I think you are not here. That's why you didn't tell. Okay, that I'm telling. Tomorrow will be here or you are outside? Dubey sir, tomorrow there is some program.
I'm out the station actually.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So should we conclude the program and end the link because the link has been shared with the students?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.